So what you're gonna do is this now. You have to kind of also keep in mind, why are you doing this and what is their reaction? Whenever you get this type of 2-on-1 control right here, this is very powerful because you have the ability to pull it across your body, and you have also a clear path to the back. You have a lot of options here. His 2 arms on the same side of the body is no good for him, right? If he's grabbing my belt or collar or anything like that, it's hard to break, okay? Because here, if I start breaking it, it's tough. So what I want to do is, I want to reach here to my wrist right here, bring my hips up, and I want to pop it off this way here. So now I control that hand. I can still go for 2-on-1 and begin to kind of go towards the back. Or if he's holding on to my belt, which often happens whenever you get a 2-on-1, there's this tendency of them to kind of secure the belt right here because the collar, they move. So, and I lift my hip up, so I'm gonna go underneath and my hand goes through here. You don't have to do this, I'm just showing you guys that I have the question. When my hips come up, I drop my hips and lift that way here. Okay, so now my left hand is here and I'm pulling his arm over my head as this hand goes here. So as I reach through here, my right hand pulls the collar down. From here, I want to break this posture and I want to trigger reactions, because what we did is we went straight for the sweep. So as we're here, sometimes you don't really know what they're going to do, but oftentimes, what would you feel you want to do? Posture?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so he wouldn't want posture here, okay? So I would be able to turn on my side, and we've done this before, where you have his arm straightened out. And again, if you notice, the knee's applying the pressure here, and I look away and straight down my arm, twisting my left fist down, and it's an arm lock. But sometimes what they do is they push themselves back in, and that's where you can begin to insert that hook and sit up. As you look and see how my hook inserted here. Now what I see a lot of you guys doing is this. It's the opposite. It's this. You see how this foot is applying pressure to his shoulder right here. If I'm here, there's no pressure. So I want to take a step forward here, and I want to apply pressure as my hand. Put your fist down, just so you can lean on it, and I want to look at his foot as I straighten out my arm. Whenever you are in this type of position, you say to yourself, well, why do I want to do this? So what we're going to do is we're going to stop by, and let's just say, without even doing the actual breaking of the arm here, I get the overhook, I got it here, and then I'm framing his arm here as I begin and putting my knee on his shoulder right here, as I do the same thing as I am doing from the mount right here. If he begins to try to posture up right here, I can begin to insert this hook right there as I sit up, control his arm here, and then I lift him up onto me here as I have a nice high mount. This hand right here is gonna help me lift my head up, and I'm just gonna move my right knee out this way so that I can begin to roll him and take a step forward. If you step back here, you can get the arm out, but I'm gonna take a step forward, and it's like so. So now, as my right hand is here, I can lean this way, go to the right, and straighten out. No. That makes sense, guys? So you're gonna do two things. You're gonna do the straight arm lock from the guard. So we got here, here, and now I'm just blocking that arm here. As now I'm gonna go get the knee on the inside here, and I'm gonna take that left foot, put on the hip, and I'm gonna bring this knee to his shoulder here. And I'm gonna arch away here as I straighten out my arm. Yeah, this is a good control here also, because you have the ability to block this. You have triangles also here. Yeah. And as you're here, I look away because I want to make sure that I'm on the sweet spot. I'm twisting my thumb down there while applying pressure with my knee. However, that arm right there, if I can't reach it, his defense really is to push that arm in. Yes. As I block that hip, and I can insert my hook right here. I can block that foot, but what I really want to do is control this wrist here. It doesn't matter how, as long as he can't post out. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to scoot under him, pull this here, and load him up onto me here as I get a high mount. If you notice, my left knee is by his shoulder right here, and as I move here, step. As you mount, your knees just come forward here. Put your hand right here so you can lift your head. I just put my fist down just because my wrist is almost up. And I'm going to move my right knee out. My left foot pushes me to the right. I'm just going to step right here, and I'm going to pinch the shoulder. And it's very tight. Okay, if you lose grip here, you can still finish it this way if it's dunking. Does that make sense, guys? Oh. All right, so I would like you guys to finish the straight armbar, and then go for the hook sweep. However you get it, whether from a 2-on-1 this way, or maybe his posture, you broke his posture here. There's one here, and if you start, yeah, it's right here. Scoot my hips out, and that left hook goes right in here. Here. Step, and then you'll feel this knee connect with his lat, but it's got to be under your elbow here. And now right about here, I can feel as I look to my right, and straighten out my arm. Very super tight. Okay? Let's try that. 1, 2, 3.